Everybody, and welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to our transfer show. And some news that has been breaking for the last day or so. I mean, there's been so much happening yesterday. I couldn't cover this, but we're going to do it this morning. Oleksandr Zinchenko is close to a move to Arsenal from Manchester City. So there has been apparently a verbal agreement that has been struck for £30 million for the left back. And now Arsenal and City are discussing. Arsenal and Zinchenko are discussing personal terms. So it looks like this deal should be done fairly quickly. I think by next week we should have an official announcement for the player. What do you think of the fee? I think it's a good fee for Manchester City. I mean, £30 for a backup left back is really good. It's hard, hard to say what his real fee would be. I think £30 million is about right for a Premier League left back, because I mean we know prices are inflated in the Premier League, so it is a bit of an inflated fee. Is he a better left back than? I'm trying to get around who else is around that price tag. I mean, is he a better left back than Malacia? He probably is. Is he a better left back? Is he 2.5 times worth Malacia's price? Probably is, again with the Premier League tax. So I think it's a fair deal. I think it's a fair deal for both parties. Let's just put this as a fair deal for both parties. I think it's a good price for Manchester City, because they're getting £30 million for a backup left back. And it's a good price for Arsenal, because they're getting a Premier League title winner, a Premier League proven player, for a fairly reasonable, price tag. Fairly reasonable. So £30 million sounds about right for the deal. There's obvious things. You can always say, well, we could get him cheaper, you could get more. There's always that thing. But I think £30 million is about right. It's about right for the player. So definitely that's something to consider. I mean, Arsenal do need a left back. They do need a left back, because Tierney is quite injury prone, misses quite a few games. On the other hand, you've also got Tavares. Tavares is not exactly, hasn't set the world on fire. He scored his one goal against Manchester United, though. Never forget how bad United are. That they always help other teams' players out, right? But I do see that he is very shaky at the fact that whatever little I've seen of him, he doesn't look very confident defensively. He looks very awkward in some ways. Maybe he's more of a wing back than a full back, so that's something as well. But he doesn't look very comfortable in the position. So maybe he needs a loan. Maybe he needs to move to a team where there's less pressure to kind of develop his game. He's still very raw. So therefore, having Zinchenko, I think it's better, because if having Tavares makes sense if you've got a left back that doesn't miss a lot of games. So you kind of bring him in and you kind of bet him in that way. But with Tierney getting injured quite frequently, you need somebody who's going to be able to come in and perform well, or even start ahead of Tierney and kind of take the pressure off. So I do think that's a good deal. Of course, he can also play a few other positions. He can play more offensively. He's more offensive minded. There are question marks over his defense as well. Zinchenko, I don't think he's defensively as sound as Tierney is, but I think that's something that can be coached. Defensive ability can be coached. He doesn't look as awkward as Tavares does when he's defending. So I don't think that's such a big deal for fullbacks these days. I think that not being entirely defensively capable is something we just expect from modern fullbacks these days. So I think that's okay for him. So yeah, I think it's a good deal for Arsenal. I think it's a good deal for Arsenal overall. I think he can play a few different positions as well if needed, so they can kind of move him around. And what also helps is if Tierney is fit, and if he can also play left centre back. So if they ever need cover in that, essentially what they've got is they've got a player who can cover left back, and then Tierney can move into the centre if they need, if that is the case, or the other way. Just competition as well for Tierney is good as well to keep in the team, because he needs that. So definitely a good deal overall. I think for all parties, I think this is one of those rare win-win deals, isn't it? Where everybody kind of comes out well. The City get a good fee, Arsenal get a good player. The player wants to join, gets first team football. I'm sure he's probably thinking as well about not being a backup anymore. So he gets first team football as well, plays for a club that's in European competition. It's one of those rare deals where everybody comes out a winner. One of the things that this does do is possibly accelerate the deal for Cucurella now. I know Brighton asking for £50 million, and to be fair, Brighton are not wrong, because if City are being if Arsenal are getting a backup left back for 30 million, surely a first choice left back should cost more. So I think 50 million is the deal. Now that's a high price, by the way, for Arsenal, for City to pay. They have the money. I'm sure they can afford it. I guess they will try to negotiate a little bit lower. Just they don't want to be seen as paying exorbitant fees, so they'll try to negotiate that low. But I do think that the Cucurella deal will now be accelerated because of the impending departure of Zinchenko. So that's something as well to keep an eye on. That could happen as well. I mean, City are doing some fantastic business in this window. And so that's something that's got to be appreciated, the fact that they're getting all of their bench warmers out of very decent deals. It's something wonderful to watch, and something some clubs can only hope for. And the other part, on the other side, afraid also is that there is that for Arsenal, this is a deal that they want to complete quickly, because I don't think there's a chance of a hijack. Like Rafinha was hijacked, like Lisandro Martinez was hijacked. I don't think this deal will be hijacked now. I don't think there's any club that's really in for Zinchenko. So I do think that this deal will go through, but they'll want to get it done quickly just to be able to get that sort of stigma out, right? Or that they're being hijacked, just to get that out of people's minds and to be like, well, there you go, we've completed a deal. I think that is something that they want to do. So I do see this deal being quickly done early next week. I think the announcement will be made. So this will move quickly, and then it just depends on how quickly City want to get the Cucurella deal done, knowing that they'll probably want to do it quickly. Anyway, let me know in the comment section. What do you think about this deal? Do you like it? If you're an Arsenal fan, what do you do? Are you excited about Zinchenko coming in? If you are a City fan, are you sad to see him go? Do you feel the fee is reasonable? Let me know in the comment section. Always happy to hear from you guys, of course. Do remember to smash a like for Manchester City, Zinchenko, Arsenal. I think just smash a like for the deal. I think this is a good deal, a win-win-win deal for everyone. That's just something that doesn't happen often. So do smash a like for that. And also remember to subscribe to our channel on YouTube as well as on Facebook. We are doing a lot of videos today. We've got 1 or 2 more lined up today for you. So do stay tuned for that, because got some exciting content coming up as well. We're going to have a guest on the show. So it's not just going to be me, so you're going to hear from someone else as well, or some more people, maybe not be one, maybe more. So we'll see about that. So, but that is coming. So do subscribe so you get notified as soon as that lands. And of course, we always appreciate your support. So thank you so much for that. Take care and see you again soon. Bye-bye.